Hi, champions. How are you winning? I hope you're winning very strong. Welcome to the mind once again. I'm still that your girl, like my see there. Anyway, you see me, I'm talking, admonishing, counseling, learning, kissing, telling you some things, opening your eyes, get something realized, get something to be trashed out, and like, oh, maybe this is not how these things are. And because we grow every day and we realize that some things are not the way it used to be. So I will be happy if I'll be happy if you can share this video, comment, like it, and of course ask your questions. Those things you feel, oh, how this thing like this, how this thing like this, out of experience, and of course, and out of God's speaking to us and everything. We can reveal some things to you and tell you how some things are just for your own good. All right, as we run this race. Somebody asked me a question and said, hi, Emma C. I met him not quite long ago, and he kept telling me, be open, open up to me, open up to me. And I don't know what he means by open up to me. Like, so I kept, I said, let me know. When I called her, these are the discussions that we had when I called her. Now I get to understand that the guy is trying to let her know that, speak it, tell me, is there something you want me to know? Is there something I should know? You see, a man wants to know everything so that he can do a background check. That is why a man can marry out of love. A man can marry for peace. A man can marry for respect. A man can marry for future. A woman can marry for now. Oh, let me just get married. No. That is why a woman is easy and quicker to jump in, but a man is not easy and not quick to jump in because he has think further. So when he asks, tell me some things about you, there are some things about you I should know and everything. He's trying to do a background check. He's trying to check some things if it will fit in. So if you keep telling him some things, there are some things, somebody say, what will be, will be. Yes, what will be if you have that kind of grace. Grace are given in measures, all right? Then what will be. But in a case where you don't have that kind of what will be. I have friends that have been left by their fiancé because of one or two things. I have friends that up till now, like, she can't say this is what it is. It was the guy's sister that was telling her that this is what you told him. So when he checked it, and that is after like how many, like 3 years now. So I will advise you, don't tell him everything. Yes, in churches, in seminars, they will tell you, yes, tell him everything. You are you, and there should be some secret that makes you you. If you can tell everybody everything, the witches amongst you, some of them are your friends. Have you seen anyone that come to say, I'm a witch, I'm the one that using your name in covenant, I'm the one that say you're not married. But these things happens. There are people who do this. There are people who have been given assignment for people. It happens. Let's all not pretend that we go to church too much. These things are happening. All right. So nobody can tell you everything. It is not evil. That's not how God have wired it. You see this everything. You can't wake up and tell your boyfriend that, if you see, before I married, I was dating one Obina. If you see the way we dey knack, if you see the way we dey do. No, you can't do that because men are picture beings. That is why a man can see a tree and fall for it. You'll be wondering, this girl is not fine. It's not his business. There are just rare men that go for facial beauty. Most of them go for endowment, what they can feel, because they are visual beings. A man can just visualize a woman walking on the street and his odogu is about to start. So they are visual beings. So when you tell him some things, he will picture it. And number two, men are a calculative set of people. Assuming now you come and tell a man, and so then I was pregnant and now did abortion, and then my friend took me to a place, and when we got there, they gave me something and I now take, and the next day I was bleeding. He will look you like this. Then the moment you tell, you have put this doubt in his mind. You have put it doubt. Aside from that is the space of the love he has for you will shift to this thought. You understand? He'll be loving. Let's do, and maybe But the bigger thought will be, hey, he sure say this girl will give me belly. He sure say this girl will give me belly. Which kind of human being be? Which one be say she take drugs? Yeah. Then even that truth you think you're telling, he will bloat it. He will visualize it so high. You might think he's not the only one you've done. Thirdly, men don't forget. There are set of beings in this earth that don't forget, such as male gender. They don't forget. Even in their animals, they don't forget. A woman can be treated nicely and she'll just forget, and I love you, but give to her maybe. But men don't. Even if you pet them, they will smile, but in their hearts that's there. That is why in the future, if you tell him some things, he will use it against you. He will use it against you. Instead of to bond, to fight together, he will use it against you. Any little thing he will put, that is how your father, that is how your mother, that is how this thing needs, you I married you, that is how this one. He will use it against you. Because they don't forget. Especially when they want to put up their hatred or their frustration on their wives, they will remember, they will just go and find something. Haven't you heard about some men calling their wife witches? Haven't you heard about some men telling their wife it is because he's married, that is why things are not working? Because maybe you will be thinking, why did the other guy left you? Men originally, they think on their own, much less when you open your mouth and start telling them, giving them much problem by making them to think more, as in they'll be thinking, they'll be like, it's possible, this girl. Then that thought will escalate. Maybe you have a sister that have not given birth. Maybe you have a sister that you will not take it to generational thinking. Then you will take it up to again to great grand. That because of that one thought, that one thing you said, you think you're innocent. That's one thing you think, let me tell him more. That's how transparency. Check it. I mean, the ones you told, how many of them left you? That's to show you that those things, it's not everything you tell them. It's not everything you tell a man. It's not everything you tell a man. It's not everything you tell your child. It's not everything you tell your wife. It's not everything you tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's not everything, because truth be told, nobody says all. Truth be told, nobody speak all. Nobody. There are some part of us that we're not proud to speak outside. There are some part of us that we are shy to speak outside, even though they are innocent. There are some part of us that it's so wicked enough that if ear hears it, the ear will say, do you understand? So I would advise you, young ladies, don't tell all. Don't tell all. That all might be why you are being mocked. Because men, they share with other men. Sorry. So when they share with other men, they start talking, that's some of them, because some of them are amateur. Some of them, they have beards, they are big, that is, but in their mind, they're not that mature, because they didn't suffer what you suffered. So they will not understand the situation in which or at which you do some things. They will never understand. They will never understand some situation where you compromise. Especially the rich kids, the rich sons. Don't tell them. If you are a girl, you have stolen before, maybe in your hostel, maybe you stole a pant or something. It's not his business, it's past. It's past. You can't come up and start telling. The moment you tell him that, look at what he's going to do. He start hiding his money, hiding his files, hiding everything. And you give him that initiation in his heart that you are a thief. He will never trust you. In his mind, but he will never tell you. And that is how corny they are. So don't tell all. You are you. It's not everything you speak. It's not everything you speak. Did you hear me? Thank you very much. I'm your host, Emma C. Thank you. Please share and like this video.